What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Check for this play Sonic Unleashed Part 1. This is the first Sonic game for the Nintendo Wii console, the first to feature PlayStation Network trophies, and as well as the last Sonic game on the PlayStation 2, as well as the first Sonic game to have big differences between consoles of the same kind. Like the PS2 and the PS3 versions are a lot different. I guess you could say, well, the Wii would fall into the category of next-gen consoles, even though it lacks what the PS3 and the Xbox 360 can do. I will get into those differences later. There are so many that they are very similar to the differences. It's kind of like the similarities between Sonic Adventure and Sonic 06 in the fact that there is just so many differences between those consoles that I'm going to have to talk about it later, possibly in my wrap-up video. I'm not 100% sure when I'll do it yet, but enough about that. I will now focus on the game here. You can see I just started a new system. Right now you can either pick options. I will take a look at those really quickly. You can change the voice, subtitles. I want to make sure those are on. Yes, we want to make sure those are on. Okay. Subtitle sound will everything's turned up like it should be. I'll show more about all of this off later, but I just want to make sure everything was turned up. So now we'll start the game, and this will be the beginning cutscene like we've seen with a lot of the Sonic, the 3D Sonic games. This is also the last main series Sonic game to feature the 4Kids voice actors and actresses, as well as the first Sonic game to have the Hedgehog engine for the graphics and lighting and everything, and the Havoc engine for the gameplay. I believe Sonic 06 had the Havoc engine. You can see they went with the old style of Robotnik, as well as the old style of Sonic. Now, these are new enemies that they use as well. I will talk about those once I get to them. These robots here are called Egg Fighters, though. I will go ahead and talk about those. They are just that one standard robot. This, we don't ever fight him. So it's just for this cutscene, and this is also a machine that we never fight as well, and there isn't a name given for it. But this is definitely a pretty good opening cutscene. You can see the graphics are very well done. Maybe not as good as Sonic 06 opening cinematic, but it is still pretty good. So he goes supersonic. This isn't the first time he goes supersonic at the beginning of the game. That honor would fall to Sonic 3 and Knuckles. Sonic 3 or Sonic 3 and Knuckles, where he turned into supersonic to go on to Angel Island. See, we blow down some more of his fleets. He seems to have rebuilt his fleets after Shadow the Hedgehog. Possibly had some still lying around from Sonic Heroes and Sonic or Shadow the Hedgehog, but these don't have the same fish-style enemies that we've seen before with Sonic Heroes and Shadow the Hedgehog.
I'm sorry. Really, look, go easy on me. I'll turn over a new leaf, I swear. Just give me a chance.
Well, this is new. Showing remorse, Eggman? If you played nice, I wouldn't have to break all your toys.
This is also the first time that Sonic has ever been tricked by Robotnik. Similar to how Knuckles is always being tricked by him, Sonic is just tricked in the same way. graphics are pretty good. You can see the scratches on Robotnik's glasses. See, a new monster is rising up from the core of the earth once again. This is the first Sonic game, however, for Sonic to start off with all 7 of the Chaos Emeralds. You know, usually they're scattered around the planet, or Robotnik has gotten his hands on a few, or at least one. This isn't the first Sonic game where Robotnik doesn't have any emeralds. The games that he usually has emeralds is usually the Mega Drive games. But this is the, as I said before, the first Sonic game where Sonic keeps these, or keeps the emeralds, at least in the first portion of the game, or like at the start of the game. So you can see here it tells you the controls. The stick is walk run, left stick is walk and run, right stick is camera, X is jump, circle is crouch, square is homing attack and boost, and the L1 and R1 buttons at the top are for quick step. Now you would think, oh well, the square being the homing attack, which is different than previous Sonic games because it's usually tied with the jump button. That's actually not all that bad. You know, it does take a little bit of getting used to, but not too much. This is also the first appearance for Sonic the Werehog's form, which is what Sonic is in right now, and the only game that he is in as well.
What the heck is going on? Hey, are you okay? Hey, pull yourself together. Don't eat me. I taste bad. You okay? Nothing broken? Oh, I'm just fine. Thanks for asking, Mr. Monster Guy. Mr. Monster?
this version of Sonic is the version of Sonic that they use for Sonic Colors and Sonic Genesis. Okay, so the moves that you can do right off the bat is collect rings. You can see what Chip's saying down there. I'm not going to. I can't look down there just yet. But the importance of it is pretty important to collect rings, and that's a big step, huh? Maybe you can jump it with the X button. Press and hold the X button a while, and you'll do a cool spin attack that breaks stuff, which is just a jump dash. But you can bounce off of things, which isn't all that useful, quite honestly. It's very easy to die while doing that. If you see a lock-on cursor when you're mid-jump, press the square button for a homing attack. Head for a red spring and try it out, Sonic. So you can see it uses a form of you'll start over from the last checkpoint you crossed if you mess up. So this is pretty much the tutorial mode. Those robots look scary. Sonic used the homing attack. Now it's actually quicker. If I wasn't doing this to show off everything about this, I would have went through there with the boost, with the Sonic boost. Now you can see those. That is a arrow cannon. I don't know if you've seen it. I might have killed it too quickly, but that's just one of the many new monsters in the robots in this game that I will talk about. You know, we will see these all. We will see them often, and okay, I was kind of hoping that they would show off the scores and everything like they did with 06, but so you can see these two medals here, the Sun and Moon medals. Those are very important. We have to collect them throughout the game. You can see we can switch to Sonic the Werehog and either level him up, or we can level Sonic the Hedgehog up with our experience points we gained in the form of those yellow diamonds. It's best if you start out with speed first, and then ring energy isn't all that important. It just helps increase your boost gauge, so it kind of doubles the amount of rings needed to fill up the boost gauge. Which, you know, of course it is important, but I personally go for speed, and that's what I'll be focusing on more. But I focus on Sonic the Werehog more than Sonic the Hedgehog.
What do you figure that was all about? The hair and those arms and look at the Chaos Emeralds.
So, is this what you usually look like?
Yeah, this is the real me. Pretty cool, huh? Huh? Where'd you go?
Looks good, don't it? That there chocolate chip cream sundae supreme is the pride of the city. The whole world can come tumbling down, but they'll still line up for a taste.
Hey! What about your memories?
Chocolate chip sundae supreme.
You said it. Enjoy it, kiddo. Satisfaction guaranteed. If you don't love it, you get your money back.
Hey!
Oh, I love it. Wow, this chip whatever stuff is great.
If you say so. How about you give me a hand and help look for somebody who knows you, Chip?
Chip?
Gotta call you something, don't I? What do you think?
Yeah, Chip. Chip. I love it. Yum.
Now, what do you say we start asking around and see if anybody here knows you?
Okay.
Yeah, I kind of jumped the gun on saying his name, but I was trying to focus more on going through and collecting the trying to get the S rank. So you can see here, I'm going to get used to the camera. Okay, I think I got used to it pretty much. So you can see the hub world returns similar to, well, this is a hub world or an adventure field. It's not big enough to be an adventure field. It's more like a hub world. You know, it's pretty small. I'm going to have to change this hope I can change this camera angle. Status. Crap, no I can't. Oh. I'll see if I can do it later on. I'm not used to the camera controls. They're inverted to my play style. But you can see there are people we can talk to. Now they don't have we don't have a mini map, and you can see the areas over their heads are sort of an orangish color, reddish orangish color, and they just mean that you can talk to them. It doesn't mean, you know, that these guys are any more important to talk to than, say, this old man or this old woman here. You just have to talk to them and see what they have to say. Hello, lovely weather we're having today, isn't it? Her name is Sandra. Oh, and who's this little fellow here? Do I know him? No, I can't say. I've seen him before. Perhaps someone else has. Now you can see the flag right by their name. That is the country that they're in. We are in the country of Apatos right now. But what have we here? Travelers, what a pleasant surprise. Trying to figure out which way to go. Not an easy choice. If you continue straight ahead, you will come to the entrance stage. I have an inkling that it leads to your future. Now you can either ask some of these people. You can ask questions. You know, thanks. I'll take a look. Ask about the entrance stage, or you can ask about see if anybody knows who Chip is. No, I believe this is the first time I've had the pleasure. Is he lost? I have lived in this place all my life, but no, I'm afraid I have no recollection of him. And I think his name was Greg. I don't even know how to pronounce his name, but so you can see this is the entrance stage here. I will run around and take a look through here really quickly. I will end the video before I go into the entrance stage, because it's going to take me a little while. But you can see that this is the outside ring of Apatos. These are pretty small, you know, these aren't big adventure fields. You can see this is a shop, but it's closed right now. The shops are pretty important. We will need them later on, but right now we don't. There are sun and moon medals, similar to Sonic 06, being in the hub world or adventure field. Now you collect moon medals with Sonic the Hedgehog, but you collect sun medals with Sonic the Werehog. Sun medals are easier to collect with Sonic the Werehog than the moon medals, but I'll go into greater detail with that later. I guess I could spend more time talking to these people. This kid, nope, I don't think I've seen him before. For real, he's lost his memory. That's got to be tough. You can go all kinds of places from just up ahead. Who knows? Maybe that might jar something. I haven't seen you in these parts before. Are you a tourist? Do I know who this little guy is? Nah, sorry, I've never seen him before. Now, before I end the video, I will show off the trophy list. And one of the trophies and the achievements in this game is to talk to every townsperson in the game. So it wouldn't hurt for us to go ahead and talk to all these people now. Don't mind her, she lost her dentures in the earthquake this morning. She says, welcome to Apatos, a toothless but heartfelt greeting. And this old couple here will play a larger role in the story, well, I guess into a side mission later on. But right now that's all well, I guess that old fella with the, yeah, him. We haven't talked to him yet. They say the planet's split apart. You never know what's going to happen one day to the next D. And we can talk to him. Hiya, so how do you like my ice cream? Best you ever had, right? Even if the planet were to crumble all around us, it'd still taste amazing. So that's all the people we can talk to right now. You can use the homing attack in the adventure fields to speed up a little bit more, which is pretty useful. And in these entrance stages, which it isn't a stage per se, but it will lead you to different levels that we can go on to, or different acts for these different levels. Looks like we can get into a bunch of places in here. Something shiny. I wonder what it does. Now I'm all curious. Now you can see Sonic runs very fast. The controls are, I believe, what you'd call loose, as well as the jumping. It's definitely not as tight as other 3D Sonic games, and it is pretty hard to control. So you do have to get very, you have to get used to it. Now we can't get up there just yet. We're gonna have to go into Act 1 here. You can see this is a daytime stage. Act 1, it's orange and has like a sun. I can't get up close enough to it to show you, but there's a sun imprint in that column of light there. Now you can see that here is a a record for a record player, which will play music from in game. We can collect those and collect gain music. Now there are different things we can buy, different upgrades and stuff that will help us get into some of these areas. Oh no, I'm sorry, not buy but find, and it'll help us get into areas such as over there. We can get over here once we go into level to Act 1 here, but unlike Sonic 06, where if you bought everything that you had to buy fit from that point onwards, there was no need to backtrack through different levels and try to collect things. Well, in this game, you will have to try to do that to go after silver medal or sun medals, or with at least Sonic, or moon medals with Sonic. But yeah, there really isn't that much I can show off right now. There's let's see my time. Yeah, I'm not gonna be able to go through this level and everything. So I hate to say it, but I'm gonna go ahead and end the video here. I thank you for watching. The challenge to the video is how many XP diamonds did I collect in the tutorial stage. I thank you for watching. Next time we will go into Act 1 for I'll show it off. Windmill Isle Act 2. You can see the medals we need to collect. But until then, later everyone.